Hi, I'm Dana.
And I'm Kristen.
Welcome to our podcast,
Mismatch.
We are two moms from completely different walks of life
who discovered friendship where least expected.
This is our space to share, connect, and try to survive this crazy thing we call life. Whatever you are doing,
or wherever you are headed, take Mismatched along for the ride.
Hello.
Hi, Dana.
Hi, Kristen. Good. How are you?
I'm great.
What's going on?
It's been a busy week. We started strawberry season.
It's officially strawberry season at Patterson Fruit Farm.
It is. We started Monday.
It's my plug.
We've been welcoming all the cute outfits, kids who are wearing adorable strawberry outfits. A grandma today had on an applique strawberry shirt.
She really took it to another level.
And I didn't get her picture because I got sidetracked. So I get pictures of all the little cuties, but we've had lots of cute customers and great berries. So
yeah, I had some yesterday.
They are great. Sweet. They're not huge. They're mid-size and they're very sweet. So hopefully we'll be picking for the next 2 weeks.
Very good.
What's been going on in your world?
Finish the pool so we can officially stop discussing it now.
Finish talking about this pool.
Except that now we bought one of those pavilions from Costco, and in the reviews when we were reading it online, it said, "Be ready. It takes 3 days and 3 guys." And Tom was like, "We'll
Tom's
be fine."
real handy, so
he is quite handy.
He's probably 1 day.
Right. Well, currently we just left the house with 5 men trying to put this thing together. So
I'm not gonna lie, there were a couple times that it made me a little nervous.
I thought something was going to fall. Yeah.
Up, and then
that is a no joke
piece
of.
It fell on the one guy's arm.
It did. I think he's okay though.
An umbrella policy, really, I hope isn't effective.
Thank God for insurance, guys.
No injuries so far, and you have a diving board.
Who says that? Why would you even say that? What is wrong with you?
No injuries so far. That's good. I mean, you're gonna get an injury. Let's just be honest. Someone's gonna hurt. They're gonna stub a toe. They're gonna.
I honestly though,
hit their head
cannot believe that you're gonna
on the diving board. It's gonna be my kid. My kid.
Does everyone here? I can't even with you. You don't.
You're gonna dream about this.
Where is
tonight.
wood? There's no. I can't even. Oh my God, I'm gonna have nightmares.
It's gonna be fine. It's fine. The pool is beautiful. We got this great idea. We're gonna do a poolside podcast.
We're gonna be on location.
We're gonna wear swimsuits and little floaty rafts.
No, we're not gonna do that.
We're gonna share our video.
Thank you.
It's gonna be good, right? Come on. Every time I've gone to your house, you're floating around in the pool.
2 days.
Look at the tan
it's
you have
new.
and look at my tan.
I got you guys. Well, if you're watching the video, you can see this. I got fried, and my daughter's like, "Look, I can put a smiley face in you."
But let's discuss the pre-podcast. So I've worked strawberries. Very exciting day in our house. My grandma came over to pick strawberries. My grandma's 91 years old. My great aunt came to pick strawberries. You're not paying attention to me. You're
I already heard
strawberries.
I know who came.
In your chest.
All the people came.
And my great aunt came. She's 93, and they picked strawberries. They were so cute. So actually, they posed for the picture, and then my mom and her daughter did all the picking.
Oh my God.
They smiled for the pictures. It was I wouldn't be picking strawberries when I'm in my 90s.
So, did you hear my mom today? My mom was telling me I have an aunt that's 105.
This is a crazy story.
She's been deaf her entire life, and I don't know what she had done or something, but they did some procedure, and she can hear for the first time. She's 105.
That kind of makes me sad, though, because
she went 105
years. A long time ago,
she probably could have had this done.
So can she talk okay?
I don't. We can understand her when she talks. Yeah.
Her speech would be clear.
Yeah, I mean, she definitely can tell she's deaf when she talks to you.
But man, if they could have just done this a little sooner.
I know. It's crazy.
But you almost made me forget what I was going to discuss, you getting ready for the podcast. So I've had a lot going on today. And I look like this, and it's clear that I've had a lot going on today. And Dana's like, she pulls out her makeup bag. It's right over here. I got to put on my makeup. Oh, it's just tinted moisturizer.
I just felt like I needed to even some things out. I don't understand. Listen, don't be mad because I came prepared and you didn't. I'm pretty sure you stole my lip gloss out.
I did put that on because you, were putting on tinted moisturizer mascara.
I had to put a little mascara on. I don't think there's no shame.
I just need to wash my face.
Looking nice and being presentable.
Oh my, whatever.
There's zero shame in it. I'm just saying. What else is going on? So what else happened today? Oh, Olivia was complaining of her ear hurting. So
for the last couple days.
Everyone should have a friend that owns an otoscope. So Kristen came over and brought, if you don't know what an otoscope is, it's the little thing that the doctor uses to look in your ear. So Kristen owns one. Of course she does. And
another weird fact, but I love ears.
oh, she's like obsessed with picking earwax.
I don't ever want my kids to be like the kid that has earwax coming out of their ear. Like, let's just be honest. Nobody wants that to be their child. So I don't know. I've always liked clean ears. I've had an interest in ears. It's a very weird thing. So I have an otoscope, and it comes in quite handy.
I can't.
You called and said, "Hey."
All right. Well, anyway, so she brought it over. And she's like, oh, her ear doesn't look good. So I took her
But I never looked in her ear before. So I was very clear. I'm like, I don't know. I don't have a baseline on her ear.
Right.
I know it looks
but
different.
It looked a little angry.
It was not happy.
Right.
So you took her into the doctor?
Took her in. She does have an ear infection. She's devastated because she's not supposed to swim for a couple days. She came home and immediately got back into the pool.
But she laid on a raft.
Yeah,
she laid on a raft. Campbell that was struggling because she really wanted her to do those front flips.
So she has an ear infection. That's what's currently going on.
Which is another funny story because Bill called the other day from the office, and I would not share this story if the person hadn't shared it herself. Bill calls and he's like, hey, can you bring your otoscope over to the market? One of our friends who works at the market.
This otoscope has gotten a lot of use lately.
If only I was getting paid the rate of a doctor, I mean, I'd be doing really well right now.
Clearly.
But, so I looked inside her ear, and I'm like, Christy, there's nothing with her name. She doesn't care. It's Christy. Hi, Christy. She probably doesn't listen either, so she'll never know. I looked in her ear, and I'm like, I don't see anything in the ear. So she proceeds to tell this crazy story to everyone that works at the market that she choked on a piece of rice. And so then her ear started hurting. So she thought that she, choked on it. It came out and either went into her ear or she choked on it and it went up through her sinus cavity into her ear, but she thought she had rice in her ear, and that's why it hurt.
I don't think that's even possible.
It's not possible. But the funniest part of it was listening to another one of our employees who is in college, saying, I don't think that's possible. In the nicest of ways.
I mean, I realize everything is somewhat connected, but
it doesn't
I
go
feel
through. There's no passage.
No.
You eat your food wrong, you're going to get it in your ear. So her ear was really hurting.
She's really pretty, though.
She's very pretty. Very pretty. Very pretty. And I looked in the ear. I'm like, Christy, there's nothing wrong with your ear. So then I said, well, let me just look in the other ear because maybe it's. So I looked in that ear, and I'm like, Christy, I think this ear has the problem. She's like, no, it's this ear. So she goes to the doctor and proceeds to tell the doctor her rice story, which the doctor's like, honey, I'm sorry, that can't happen.
Doesn't work that way.
But then she proceeded to say, well, my friend who's a farmer, because, a farmer, knows how to look in ears, has an otoscope, and she looked in it while I was working, so I'm like, they have to think this is the craziest place to work. But she had an ear infection, and the ear that I said didn't look right, so I'm like, 2 for 2.
You are 2 for 2.
Yeah.
It's a plus.
Anyways.
If this farming thing doesn't work out.
I'm going to go back to be an ENT. So, or whatever the kind of doctors
off. An ENT.
Ear, nose, and throat.
Yeah, ENT.
But our other friend works at...
She's a nurse.
But she had a fancy name on her.
Oh,
and I said, what does that mean?
Otolaryngology.
That's apparently
That's
ears.
ENT.
And I had no idea. So
I didn't know
I'm not one.
No, I knew that because when Sam was born, they thought he was deaf for the first 6 months, and we kept having to bring him back.
Oh, wow.
For, and he's not deaf. And then we thought again when he was 3 that he was deaf because he kept failing tests. And we took him to the ENT when he was 3, and the doctor talked to him, and he was like, the kid speaks perfectly. I can guarantee you he hears just fine. And he's like, but if you want me to run the test, I'll run the test. And we were like, yeah, run the test. And he was like, yeah, the kid just isn't listening to you. He can hear you just fine.
So the unfortunate thing is now he can't claim that he has a problem because you're
oh no, he's been tested multiple times. He's been tested. He failed tests for years
because he just doesn't want to listen to you.
He just doesn't want to listen.
I mean, I don't want to listen to you.
He probably doesn't even know this story.
A lot of people listening to this don't want to listen to us right now.
This is also true.
So yeah, that was what was going on.
I'm a great mom.
Speaking of you being a great mom, yearbooks. Everybody orders a yearbook, right? You always get the yearbook. It's a great memory. Tell us about your yearbook situation.
So I have 3 kids, and I will tell you, once you get past 2 kids, it's very hard to keep track of things. All right, who did what at what point, or what you got for one, or who played what sport, or when they're supposed to be somewhere. All right? And I'm doing my best here, but apparently...
Not you have 7 kids.
I know, but 3 is a lot. It's one more than grown-ups in the house.
You're outnumbered.
I'm outnumbered. That's what I'm trying to say. So, Anyways, I forgot to order Olivia a yearbook. I didn't know if I ordered her a yearbook, but apparently I forgot.
She's your oldest and firstborn.
She's my oldest and firstborn, and I forgot. So, okay, she's like severely devastated. She's so mad at me. I'm like, go ask the school. Maybe you could get another one, blah, blah, blah. And she, whatever. So this went on for like days. Jack got a yearbook. We read Jack's yearbook. It was, right. I screwed up. So
we only have 4
not
kids.
a big deal,
Four
but
of us than
then
3.
when it became a big deal was like 3 days later when my 6-year-old came home from kindergarten with not 1, but 2 yearbooks. And then
Who's
3
the favorite
days later, 3 days later, my 4th grader came home with not 1, but 2 yearbooks. So Sam and Joey both got 2 yearbooks. Olivia got
Why did the lady
none.
collecting the school yearbook money not be like the Jurassic?
Ma'am, you ordered multiple, right? Like, come on.
Maybe they thought you were like doing a nice thing and giving them to someone else.
Well, ironically, I did give Joey's other one away because someone was looking for one.
Did you sell it or give it away?
No, I gave it away.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah.
You are kind of generous.
I'm quite generous. That's definitely how I would describe myself.
Oh my! So
So-
who's seen this little like video going around where you take a gulp of water and then you take a tortilla and then you like
You're supposed to
slap
like
your friend in
slap.
the face
So you both hold the water in your mouth, and then you slap the other one with
With
a
the
tortilla
tortilla.
to try to
Dana-
make them laugh.
Dana really likes it when you use her low carb tortillas.
So, I was so mad. The kids brought out like my expensive low carb tortillas. I was like,
those aren't the expensive ones, are they?
can't you get the cheap ones?
But
No.
you don't want them to put them back at that point.
So
They don't touch them.
it was done. They already wasted them. So then Kristen and I decided that we would do it, which we will post a video of this later. But in
I lost.
true mismatched form, because we have nothing in common, Kristen did a sip
I
of water.
used the regular tortilla. She used the low carb
No,
tortilla.
we use the same ones. But Kristen did water, and I chugged a little beer. I mean, I was already having my beer, so I was like, oh, I'll just drink this.
I don't drink beer.
Well, it's this like light sky, the blue moon light sky.
I still don't drink that.
Okay.
I'm boring. Anyways, you hit hard with the tortilla, by the
You
way.
hit hard.
I didn't. I thought I took it easy.
No, you hit hard.
Oh, very strong.
So Kristen lost. She spit it out first.
I did. And then I choked on the water. I mean,
Yeah.
I really physically choked. Actually,
We have a video of
I
it.
have like the water on my, and then I was like, I'm choking. I mean, I legitimately was choking a little bit.
So speaking of water, so we have like a little. Kristen has a shared note that whenever we think of things that we want to like discuss
I
on
like
the
to be
podcast,
organized.
she sends it to me because we don't ever remember. We're like, oh, we should totally talk
That's a
about that on the
great idea.
podcast, and then we forget about it.
Sometimes
So-
I get a text from Dana. It's like rice and ear.
Well, I didn't
Question
understand
mark.
because I'm like, I don't know what you mean by this podcast
And
topic.
sometimes that's great because we never talk about what we're gonna do on the show before.
We're really just flying by the seat of our pants here, people.
But I have a button.
We don't know which one it
I'm
is.
afraid to. What's that button? Oh, I have it turned down. Now try.
Oh,
that's a good
not the
one.
right one. But what's this one?
Oh, that's scary.
No, I think I have a thing that'll tell us what it is.
I wonder what this button does.
Crickets.
What's this one? I gotta remind. See, we need
All right,
them
whatever.
labeled. We need them labeled.
I don't want to do this anymore. Anyways, one of the
I
notes
don't want
she
to
put
push
in.
Dana's buttons.
Oh my God. If there was someone that could like make up the world's worst dad jokes, it would be you.
I know, but it's so funny.
It's awful.
It's not. Anyways, go on with your
She wrote
story.
reusing partial water bottles to make coffee.
Okay, tell me what you think about this.
I don't know what you mean by this, and I hope it's that you're not using water bottles that people have drank out of to pour into your coffee
I
maker.
wish it wasn't. I forget where we were. We
You do
were
that.
somewhere. I do not do that. This is gross. But
I
we
would
have-
never do
we
that.
have a
And you
friend-
saw someone that does
We
that.
have a friend that does this. So
Have
I
I
all
ever
the
had
friends-
coffee at their house before?
Yes, you probably have, and we've even like vacationed with them overnight. So I was talking. Where were we? Darn diddy darn, I don't remember. Somewhere. Anyway, so they were talking about how they collect the water bottles.
Like I take the water bottles and,
then
I
they
will
make
put them
their
in the
coffee.
dog's dish, or
That's
I will
what I
put
do.
them.
Or you
I will
water
water
your
my
plants.
plants. Those
Right.
are the two things I do with the water
That's
bottles.
what I do. And so they're like, well, we take our water, but we're not afraid of germs. We take our water bottles and pour it in the coffee pot.
Okay, as soon as we get off, you have to tell
That's
me who
gross.
this is.
No, I think I can tell you. They
No.
only. So I was concerned.
Do not say their name on here. You
It's
already
really
outed Christy.
funny. Okay, I won't say it. half of their relationship listens to us. The other half doesn't.
Is it?
You can't just block.
I know. I realized. I was
Anyways, but then they preface that they do not actually do it when they're serving people coffee. But I don't care.
I don't care.
Would you ever do that?
No.
That's gross. That's disgusting.
Does he listen to us and she doesn't?
No, I know where you're going.
Oh, you thought it was that person?
Oh my gosh, no, they would never do
I was
that.
shocked.
They would never do that. No, not at all. No, she listens. He doesn't, but he might.
I think I might know. It's very.
I was shocked, but I think that's disgusting.
All right, that is pretty gross. Do you reuse your coffee? Please let us know. I don't know.
It's the water. No,
the water.
That's gross.
No,
they don't think it's gross though.
I
Because
think
it's their own
gross.
house.
Mm-mm.
I think it's
no,
gross.
and sometimes, like when the kids all have friends over, I don't know whose water bottles are left out. I don't know where it came from. It is dog water.
100% dog water. For
100% dog water. Oh, the dog pooped in the house again today. In case anyone's keeping tabs on this little episode of the 5-month-old dog that won't get potty trained.
He's really handsome.
He's gorgeous.
Very handsome.
Took a big pooper right in my living room. So.
Oh boy.
Today's news.
We had tacos for dinner. I came over to your house and made some tacos, and I wanted to make a key lime pie because I love key lime pie. And it sounded so good, and so I said, "Hey, Bill, I forgot my sweetened condensed milk."
But time out. This is like another thing that it is a Tuesday night, and she was just gonna whip up a key lime pie for dessert.
Well, key lime pie
and
is
I was
so
like,
easy.
and the best was she told my husband that she was like, "Do you like
pie?"
key lime pie?" And he was like, "Yeah, I love it." And she's like, "Here, we're gonna have it for dessert." He assumed because he's married to me that it just you had a key lime pie like from a store. Never would anyone whip up
never bought a key lime
First of
pie in
all,
my life.
who has time to just?
It is so simple to make a key
But
lime
who
pie.
has time to just
Well, I
like
asked
whip
your
up a
husband.
pie?
I'm like, "Hey, do you think Dana has any sweetened condensed milk in the cupboard?" And he's like, "Gonna go with no."
Hard pass.
But
I'm not even really sure what that
on you
is.
because I called Bill and I'm like, "Hey, can you bring over a can of sweetened condensed milk?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure." I opened it up and I'm like, "This is really runny." It was evaporated milk.
I didn't even know that either of those things
Yeah, there's two
existed.
different ones. So I said,
I don't know
that's
what
to
they're
make
used
meatloaf
for.
because I use evaporated milk in my meatloaf. And it adds a nice little consistency and flavor.
What?
Try it. Add a little bit of evaporated milk in your meatloaf.
I will not try it.
It's good.
That sounds awful.
I'm going to make you meatloaf, and it's going to be the most moist meatloaf you've ever
I'm
had.
finding.
And you like meatloaf. Your husband loves the meatloaf.
Why do you even know this?
Because the one day I was fixing dinner, and I offered two choices, meatloaf or something else. And the kids all picked the something else, whatever it was. And Tom's like, "Oh, man, I really wanted the meatloaf." So make your husband some meatloaf sometime.
Oh my God.
Anyways, so I didn't even have sweetened
This
condensed
is a
milk
terrible
myself.
podcast this week, you
It's
guys.
really
I'm not
bad.
gonna lie.
I have lots of problems.
If you're still listening, we appreciate it at this point. But we're down to evaporated milk, so.
Let me know if you use what you use evaporated milk for. I bet some people use it for their macaroni and cheese.
No.
There's lots of. What do you use evaporated milk for?
I've literally never opened a can of evaporated milk. I don't even know what it is.
Pumpkin pie. Have you made a pumpkin pie?
Do you think I've made a pumpkin pie?
You've never made a pumpkin pie?
No, guess what? I go and I buy one at Patterson's like every
Well, I
other
can't
normal
knock you
person.
for that one, but oh, Dana.
I mean, honestly, actually, if you really want to know the truth, little known secret about me, it's really not a secret. Most people that know me know this. I hate anything pumpkin. Like, hate it with a passion.
Not a huge fan of it.
I don't like
but
pumpkin
I like
spice
donuts.
coffee. I don't, none of
I
it.
love
Meh.
cold pumpkin pie. I feel like you're either
Overrated.
cold pumpkin pie or warm pumpkin pie, and I like mine cold.
Oh, I'll tell you what else I find to be overrated right now that everyone is talking about. Well, from where I'm from, not from where you're from, because it's been where you're from. But Raising Cane's just went in Mayfield, and everyone's talking about it.
Have
I
you
find
had it?
Well, I've had it once before because when we were down in Kentucky,
Yeah.
we got it. I find it to be the most overrated thing ever.
Really? I like the
I
bread.
think Chick-fil-A is 100 times better.
I like both.
No. I'm just letting you know. That's my
I'm
little
both.
side note.
Huh.
All right, fast five time.
Okay, hit me with it.
What are your top 5, alcoholic or non-alcoholic, your choice, top 5 summer drinks, like must-have drinks?
Oh. Well, I'm really into cold brew coffee right now. So I've been brewing it every day. It takes about 24 hours to make it. I love a cold brew on the rocks with a little cream over the top.
So our cold brew coffee is the coffee from this morning. We just like
So
pour
it is
in
different.
later.
Mine brews in the refrigerator slow for 24 hours. It's a nice cup of coffee.
Mine tastes
So that would
the
be
same.
one. Then I also really like a mule. I like a mule. I have a funny mule story. Not the animal, actually the drink. I like a good mule in the copper mug. That's a good one. I'm really actually into these Topo Chicos. However you say it. It's a sparkling seltzer. Seltzer. What did I say?
Seltzer.
Oh, seltzer. I said seltzer. Seltzer. I like those. I do like bourbon. Bourbon is my drink. I don't love it so much in the summer.
I was gonna say it's not
so
really
it'd be
a
to
summer.
the bottom
It's a little
of that
warm
5.
for the summer.
But I still like a glass of wine too.
Mm-hmm.
And then we make those flavored vodkas with our fruit from the market. I like those in the summertime too. Was that 5?
6.
Oh, well, 6.
I don't know.
See, I'm
But
impressive today.
Okay, well, if you made it this far, we really appreciate it because this one was a little rough, so we're grateful for you.
Oh, I don't think it was horrible.
I don't think it was great.
Whatever. Until
I'm
next time,
disappointed.
friends. Why are
You
you
didn't say
disappointed?
Diet Coke.
Oh, I like Diet Coke too.
Just saying.
Until next time, friends, we're mismatched.
Have a great one.
Did you think it was that rough?